First of all, thank you for providing me this opportunity to share my research results which I have obtained during the pandemic situation, because I have completed my PhD in 2019 December. After that I came back to Pakistan and started research on maize soybean strip intercropping system. We started this research with the collaboration between Sichuan Agriculture University at China and Islamic University Bahawalpur, and we are conducting several experiments at different stations in Pakistan. So the topic of my presentation is strip intercropping, a way to increase soybean production in Pakistan. So first of all, if you see this slide, you will understand some phenomena. The first thing is that in 1927 we have just 2 billion people on this earth. Now in 2020 we have 7.5 billion. What it means that world population is increasing day by day while the cultivated land is decreasing. So the problem is how to increasing food demand with increasing population is a growing challenge for researchers all over the world. There is another picture. I took this picture from a paper published in Nature by Professor Fusu Chan from China Agriculture University. If you see the left side of the picture, there is a farming land near the big buildings, but after 30 years, that farming land converted into big roads, factories, and housing societies. So, how to increase crop production with limited available cultivated land? This is a big challenge. In this picture, you can see that the farming land is converted into another purpose. Then food demand is increasing with increase in population. On the other hand, cultivated land is decreasing due to urbanization and industrialization. Therefore, higher imports are required for ensuring food security. However, higher imports in agricultural production arise several environmental problems such as over-fertilization, water purification, and fish death. And now the global warming is one of the main issues. Then high yield and agricultural sustainability are the main challenge for today's agriculture in the world. So, Pakistan is facing similar type of condition which China is facing. In China, the population is increasing day by day, but their cultivated land is decreasing day by day. So, then they decided to go for intercropping, because in intercropping, we can grow 2 or more crops at one time and we have more yield. And what it means? We can get high land equivalent ratio. So in China and all over the world, there are 200 intercropping systems which are playing an important role in food production. But in 200 intercropping systems, the most 2 important cropping systems are maize soybean intercropping system and maize potato intercropping system. So these are some pictures of different intercropping systems which are being used in China and all over the world. So, as I have mentioned, the main 2 intercropping systems are maize potato intercropping system and maize bean intercropping system. But in maize potato intercropping system, yes, we can obtain high crop yield, but it has some trade-offs such as the decreased soil fertility, it requires more inputs, and it is unsustainable. While the maize bean intercropping system are the sustainable intercropping system, they require less inputs such as the nitrogen application, and it can improve soil fertility and productivity. Recently, a research paper was published by Professor Bokeh from Wageningen University in Nature Plants. They concluded that in all intercropping systems, the best partners in intercropping are maize and soybean. Why they are the best partners? Because maize is the C4 crop, while soybean is the C3 crop. Maize have a linear and long stature plant, while soybean has round leaves and short stature plants. Maize is a nitrogen consumer, but soybean is a nitrogen fixer. Then maize is rich in starch, while soybean is rich in protein and oils also. So why these crops are the best performing crops all over the world? There are some reasons, because both crops require same water, temperature, and light requirements. Both crops are grain crops and can easily be sown and harvested simultaneously, as they have the same growing season. So now I will come back to my PPT. In Pakistan, we are importing soybean almost 300 to 400 billion rupees every year from other countries. And our poultry industry is growing at a 10% rate. If we did not start to grow soybean in Pakistan, then in few years we will equal the import with edible oils. So this is the best time to introduce soybean in Pakistan, and we need to increase the soybean production in Pakistan. But if we increase the soybean area in Pakistan, it will decrease the cultivation area of other crops. So whilst intercropping is important for soybean production in Pakistan, first, if we increase the planting area of soybean, it will decrease the planting area of other major crops such as cotton and maize. And if the cultivation of soybean in soil cropping system is less profitable as compared to other major crops. In Pakistan, we do not have a high yielding soybean varieties. If we encourage the farmers to sow soybean as soil cropping system, it is just giving them 12 to 15 months per acre, which is not economical as compared to maize, sugarcane, and other crops. Then every year, Pakistan is importing large amount of soybean seed and meal for food and feed industries, which is increasing our import with low soil fertility and productivity due to the continuous cultivation of soil crops. In soil crops, we are cultivating continuously exhaustive crops such as the maize, wheat, then sugarcane and cotton. Benefits of strip intercropping system. The pictures which you are seeing in this PPT, all are my experiments picture, which I conducted in China and Pakistan in different districts. And you can see the growth of maize and soybean also in these pictures. If we go for strip intercropping system of cereal and legume, then we can increase land use efficiency, water use efficiency, and radiation use efficiency. It will improve soil fertility and productivity that ultimately will increase crop yields. We can increase the soybean production area without decreasing the production area of other crops such as maize, and it will reduce weed infestation, increase crop diversification, less chances of crop failure in the cropping systems. Farmer can produce 4 crops in a year instead of 2 crops. Then, as I have told you, during the pandemic situation, I have conducted several experiments on strip intercropping system in Pakistan. Here I will share the results of 2 locations, one in Bihari district and other is the Bahawalpur district. Both experiments we have done in spring season. Every maize we obtain in strip intercropping system was 8.2 tons per hectare with strip intercropping technology, while soybean we obtain 1.8 tons with strip intercropping technology. Here the important thing is that we use the Chinese variety Nando 12. It gives 1.8 tons. In the next demonstration site, we use the Pakistani variety, and you will see the difference in soybean yield. Maize soybean strip intercropping system achieved the land equivalent ratio of 1.05 compared to soil cropping system. A slight yield loss of maize in intercropping technology has compensated with high yield of soybean. Then the second location, maize was, we obtained maize 8.6 tons per hectare. Soybean here we use NARC's variety 16, and the yield you can see we obtained 1.3 tons with intercropping technology. Maize soybean strip intercropping technology here achieved the land equivalent ratio of 1.47. Now, what is the land equivalent ratio? What land equivalent ratio means if we grow maize on 1 acre and we obtain 100 months. If we adopt the strip intercropping technology, we can obtain 147 months per acre. This is the meaning of land equivalent ratio. Then numerous farmers showed interest in learning our technology to produce maize and soybean simultaneously with reduced inputs. These are the field demonstration of maize soybean strip intercropping technology at Bahawalpur, Punjab, Pakistan. Here we are testing 2 different systems. Both systems we adopted from China. Both systems was developed basically by Professor Ben Yang. He spent 21 years to develop this system. In Pakistan, the main problems which we are facing now is that we do not have intercropping specific maize and soybean varieties, but still we are getting high yields. The reason is that in Pakistan we are obtaining so much sunlight. If I give you the correct data, in Sichuan, every sunlight is 3,500 megajoule per year, while in Pakistan, in Bahawalpur and the same province, we are obtaining 6,300 megajoule per year. What it means, we are not using that sunlight efficiently. If we use this sunlight efficiently, then we can obtain high crop yield easily. And We are in contact with Sichuan Agriculture University because recently a MOU has been signed between Islamic University Bahawalpur and Sichuan Agriculture University, and now the Sichuan Agriculture University will give us the intercropping specific maize and soybean varieties, then maize, soybeans, intercropping, farming technology, and then the herbicides, and they will give us the varieties, the farming technology with rights, what it means we can produce in Pakistan easily. And then I did some economic analysis. If farmers adopt our strip intercropping technology, they can obtain $124 per hectare more with strip intercropping technology as compared to soil maize. And if they go for soil soybean, they can obtain almost $620 per hectare. The conclusion, we claim that the maize soybean strip intercropping technology has a significant potential to resolve the conundrum of maintaining or even enhancing the maize and soybean production by using less land area and decreasing environmental effects. For instance, in 2020, soy maize was cultivated on 3.5 million acres in Pakistan and produced 7.2 million tons of maize. If we just replace the soil cropping system of maize with our new strip intercropping technology, then we can produce 6.1 to 6.5 million tons of maize along with 0.9 to 1.3 million tons of soybean. Presently, Pakistan is importing 1.7 to 1.9 million tons of soybean from other countries. With this new technology, we can reduce our import bill by 76% by locally producing the soybean up to 0.9 to 1.3 million tons. Then notably, soybean is valued at 3 times the value of maize in the local market. Thank you very much. You all are welcome to Sichuan Agriculture University and Islamic University Bahawalpur.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Ali Raza. Very exciting idea. He speaks about harvesting solar energy. He thinks that we have too much of sunshine and our conversion of sunshine into the chemical energy, the weight that we harvest is inefficient. So the scheme he's trying to present is very exciting in the sense that we are an energy deficient country, and any way of harvesting renewable energy, free energy, are to be looked at, and this thought process is not yet anywhere in the system. You know, we're talking about solar panels. We're not talking about solar harvesters in the form of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the biggest solar harvester on the earth. So he's talking about putting more chlorophyll in the field, in a geometry, in a design by which maximum incidence of light gets trapped by the chlorophyll molecules.
Those who will be present in weekly will get certificate to be visit. Those who are absent all day for some session in an hour.
So you are inducing them to stay for the day?
Yes.
Okay.
During ceremony, you may be getting a certificate if you are.
Okay. Captive audience.
Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Raza has mentioned that our Islamia University Bahawalpur and Sichuan University are already in collaboration. We hope that this collaboration flourishes. Dr. Gu is watching, and I hope he will be also helping to take the greater steps in this direction. Particularly, he's talking about transfer of technology, seed, herbicide, and I don't know if I best out have we talked about mechanization, machines, because he's talking about redefining the corn production system. We're growing 2 crops of corn. We are not doing any intercrop in corn. And he's talking about doubling the cropping intensity by adding soybean into corn. And he has given a factor of 1 to 1.7. Going from 1 to 1.7, primarily because of better solar harvest, like better harvest product. Okay, so our best wishes to Muhammad Ali Raza, but I've already suggested to him that sugarcane might be a better candidate than corn. Continue with corn intercrop, but test sugarcane as well. because sugarcane plantation in Pakistan starts in August in Sindh and continues up to March. So there is opportunity for testing soybean as an intercrop. The space between the row to row space in sugarcane is actually wider than corn.
And the difference of water variety or quantity?
Well, we have to test those things because we have never gone this way before. And also, in terms of light harvesting, corn grows faster, so it creates shade effect. Whereas the sugarcane for the first 2 months is not there at all actually. So that allows direct incidence of light on soybean. Keep it up. Okay. Yeah, ये पेपर हमें खा गए हैं, तार मान साहब की मेहरबानी से। Okay, all right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we move on to next pair of speakers. Another two very brilliant Pakistani, and they will actually complement the presentation of Dr. Bingfang. They are one each in Canada and Australia right now. You can imagine the time difference between Canada and Australia. One in Nova Scotia and another one in South Australia. They will speak about Persian for efficient agriculture. Dr. Farah is associate professor at University of Prince Edward Island. Actually, it's beyond Nova Scotia. And then the other speaker, Dr. Azim Khan, is at University of New England. Both of them are alumni from University of Agriculture, Sadar, and they are very elegant. They are doing very elegant science. So, Itazaz and Azim, over to you. Ji, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.